Now down the wicket, didn't get all of that either. Gets himself a single. Shakib Al Hasan actually was batting at number 3, playing for Bangladesh in the T20s against South Africa recently. So he's not unused to this position. 2 balls away, just backing away. There you see. Sure, Ghazi realized that.
Yeah, he moved away from the leg stump a bit too early. Provided plenty of time for the bowlers, to the bowler, to adjust, which he did. So far, a good over from Shohag Ghazi. He's up against Lewis now. Good ball.
Excellent bowling here from both ends, and the Rangpur Riders really needed a good start from the bowlers. They succeeded in sending back Sunil Narayan, and so far they've checked the run rate, just going at 3.27 now. Oh, another beautiful delivery to finish off the second over. It's only 6 for 1.
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম প্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি এমন আবেগের মধ্যে দিয়ে জন্মায় যে ভালোবাসার সন্তান, তার প্রয়োজন আমরা বুঝি। তাই ওর নাজুক ত্বকের সুরক্ষায় এসেনশিয়াল ময়েশ্চারাইজার নিয়ে মেরিল বেবি লোশন আগলে রাখে পরম মমতায়। এখন মমতা হোক আরেকটু বেশি, কারণ মেরিল বেবি লোশনের 100 মিলির প্যাকে পাচ্ছেন মেরিল বেবি টুথপেস্ট, আর 200 মিলি প্যাকের সাথে মেরিল বেবি সোপ একদম ফ্রি।
মনে রেখো 5টির সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে
Struggled a little bit to get his timing right. But it's going to be Mashrafi Mortaza. What a brilliant first over he bowled, taking that crucial wicket of Sunil Narayan. Down the wicket, gives him the charge, doesn't get all of it. Quickly through for a single. Just couldn't pick it up. Well, Amir, you're just coming to the end of your little stint here. I understand that you're going tomorrow, flying off for other commitments. It's a pleasure having you here.
It's always a pleasure working with you and the entire team. And it's always a pleasure to come out to Bangladesh. Forthcoming people, very hospitable. Unfortunately, I never had the chance to listen to your fables and stories. Missed out on that.
Fables and stories. I think you've heard enough. I don't think you need to hear much more. Well, in the middle, we have a tight fight going on from teammates. And it's a little bit in the air, but safely enough for the batsman, and a single result.
Oh, he's an explosive batsman. Even Lewis, he's struggling.
Just couldn't finish off. He just peered. Oh, it's only, well,
Form. He's out of sorts.
well, it's only 6 for 1.
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন।
But
Losing early wicket, and that too of Sunil Narayan, who's an explosive batsman too.
well, they're throwing the bats at everything, not really making a measured approach, as the words you used. You know, not timing it properly, just trying to hit it too hard in the process, not timing them at all.
Yes, they're trying to force the issue here. Not succeeding. Rather than big strokes, they should look to maneuver the length of the deliveries. Bad ball is going to come.
Mashrafi Mortaza, don't often see him bowling bad deliveries. Controlled aggression, change in the field. Deep mid-wicket, goes to deep cow corner, and the mid-on fielder, long-on fielder is coming to the 30-yard circle. That's the area he's aimed towards cow corner, but that ball is sailing away. Wow, into the upper tiers. That's a long, long ball.
Oh, that ball was in the air for a long time. You Couldn't get a free ticket for this. Air Miles, have a look. Oh, went in the orbit. And the second tier.
Well, I just thought that that was more than 103 meters. It went up to the second tier and not square of the wicket. It's at an angle.
Good call, Shamim.
Well, good call, but really like to know, because that and a no ball. Oh dear, that's faulted all in this over from Mashrafe Mortuza.
Oh, two mistakes and big ones, and now it's going to be a free hit, and that is going to be enjoyed by Shakib. Have a look. Clearly overstepping. Oh, that's a cardinal sin, especially in a T20 game. Chairman of Bangladesh Cricket Board, Nazmul Hassan.
That's a Yorker attempted. I think he's done well. The fielder has to go across and stop it. He does so and saves a couple of runs. So not too bad with that free hit. Pereira has been working hard in the outfield, hasn't he?
What has happened here?
Just lost count there for a second.
Well, that's the free hit. It's falling at the right length and with the right line. It's falling wide of the crease, falling round the stumps to the left-handed batsman, trying to create that angle and cramp the batsman. But in this over, he bowled a short delivery. He was penalised and punished.
Oh, good ball and adjusted delightfully. And another no ball. Can you believe it, Mashrafe Khan? But look at that little adjustment that Shakib made. Lower, and he waited and just guided it.
Where was the slip? He landed on the line, and it belongs to the umpire. Made the right call. Another free hit.
Oh, extraordinary. I've not seen Mashrafe Mortuza being so tardy in the past. 2 oversteps in the same over. Must be feeling very annoyed with himself. A stickler for precision, just on the line, which belongs to the umpire. Thus the no ball call. He's blasted that's gone, but that's not going to be any use. That was the free hit. 3 overs done. 24 for 1.
কি হচ্ছে চাইলেও লিখবেন না চাইলেও লিখবেন ম্যাটাডোর বলপেন এতে আছে জার্মান হাই ফ্লো ইঙ্ক লেখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট এন্ড ফাস্ট কটেড
এই তো রাজবাড়ি
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই
ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
বাইরের দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না এপেক্স আল্টিমা।
Now, a mix of things happening. No balls, wickets, wides, good fielding, little tuck aways like that for singles. It's all been entertaining. The crowd who've come here to the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium have really been treated to some excellent hitting early in the Rangpur innings, and now some cat and mouse game going on.
Yeah, that's what you expect when 2 strong teams are competing against each other. Bowling! Wicket number 2. And that too of the captain, Shakib Al Hasan.
What an important wicket. Shakib Al Hasan dancing down the wicket. Shahghazi just kept it straight, just kept that little rip. Didn't turn, kept low, and he was all over it. And it hit the leg stump. Big smile on the face of the bowler, and a huge breakthrough here. Shakib Al Hasan goes for 11. Bowled by Shahghazi. Dhaka are now 25 for 2.
আমি কিন্তু রেডি।
এটা কি পড়ছো? মানায়? হলুদের প্রোগ্রাম, পাঞ্জাবি পড়তে হয়।
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম প্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন।
আপনার সাথে আছে হিরো i3 তখন সাশ্রয় হবে জ্বালানি আর সঞ্চয় হবে টাকা। এটি স্মার্ট, এটি i3s।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
বাংলাদেশের একমাত্র ইলেকট্রিক আর্ক ফার্নেসে পরিশোধনের পর তৈরি হয় ভূমিকম্প সহনীয় স্টিল AKS।
New batsman in, Zahirul Islam Amin. Now, he's got 1,201 runs in his kitty so far in his 20-over career. Decent strike rate. He's come in at a time when he should be just holding up one end, be the sheet anchor. He's in the...
And good bowling from Shahar Ghazi. The trouble with the batsman in the previous over and managed to pick him up. Have to keep on picking up wickets regularly. Rangpur Riders make a match of it. So far, 2. He didn't learn from the previous over where Mashrafi bowled a short one and it disappeared. Loaded this one, even better. Second tier, 108 meters, even better.
ভাই তুমি চা বানাই দিলা?
এক কাপ চাই যদি বানায় খাওয়াতে না পারি, কমিশন আওয়ার পরে কি করব? ভাই
তুমি যেরকম নাম্বার 1, তোমার চাও কিন্তু নাম্বার 1।
এমন নাম্বার 1 মানুষদের জন্যই নাম্বার 1 চা পাতা কনলেস মিল্ক আর চিনির দুর্দান্ত কম্বিনেশনে 1 কাপ নাম্বার 1 চা। নাম্বার 1 এর জয় সব সময়।
কটেন এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা।
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোন একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
Lasit Malinga, what an exponent of late swing. Oh, well bowled, well bowled. Starts off with a slower delivery. Well, there would have been a very close call here. Had that hit, Lewis would have gone. Real opportunity for Ghazi to get back and get some revenge. Had he stuck?
Really close that was. And what a big wicket that would have been. Evan Lewis after that 108-meter 6. Yeah, he's dealing in sixes and dots at the moment is Evan Lewis. Such an explosive player. President looking on. He'll be delighted what he's seen here. Doesn't matter which side is on top. Just to see the big crowds coming in, supporting the tournament, supporting Bangladesh cricket. Really augurs well for cricket in this cricket mad nation.
He's to start off with 2 slower deliveries. Let's see what he does here. It's a quicker one. Good follow-up delivery. Followed Evan Lewis, giving himself room. Malinga hitting the bat hard. That was sharp. And this is Lasith Malinga. He's mixed it up. Always does that. This is his bowling in BPL 2017.
But typically, look at that, where the 2 pulsing wide deliveries, you know that every time he pitches it in that toe-crushing length, he's going to get wickets more often than not.
The slow one, tipping one. That's what he does very well. It's like an off-spinner's delivery that dips on the batsman. That slower ball, if we could see, I'm sure Lewis, his eyes lit up, saw that full toss, but then suddenly dipped on him. This is Malinga for you. Again, the slow ball. Lewis was looking to thrash it, and then suddenly the dip. Just the toe end of the bat.
Wonderful illustration there, showing you the release points of Lasith Malinga and how deceptive it can be from a batsman, particularly someone who hasn't faced him too often. I know he's been around a long time, but still there are times when batsmen have trouble. That is just going to get away from the fielder. Chris Gayle isn't the quickest in the world. He's not going to get to that one. He'll just escort it.
Good bouncer, good short delivery. Well, it went for runs, but not entirely convincing. Again onto him quickly. I think it went off the glove or the shoulder of the bat, but surprised him. Mid-130s. And Malinga used to bowl in the 140s. Yeah, almost close to the glove. Top edge. He's down in pace, Gautam, but he can still surprise the batsman with that occasionally quick delivery. It's a leg by, 6 runs off the over. Good start to Malinga, so a spell, 39 for 2.
I see you at the movies, I see you with your lipstick.
এসে গেছে 2 দিনের ব্যাটারি লাইফ সহ নোকিয়া 2 4G স্মার্টফোন। এখন বন্ধুদের ফান চলবে নন স্টপ, কারণ নোকিয়া 2 এর সাথে এয়ারটেল দিচ্ছে 9 GB ইন্টারনেট, 300 মিনিট টক টাইম, সাথে আরো অনেক কিছু। এয়ারটেল।
This is sunshine smile, makes you feel this way. When I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
স্যার লুজ প্লিজ। এমন ঝড়ের গতিতে সব লিখে ফেলতে ম্যাটাডোর বল পেন। এতে আছে জার্মান হাইফ্লো ইঙ্ক, লেখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট, ফাস্ট এন্ড ফাস্ট।
Chris Gayle really started going in the 6th and 7th overs. Remember, there was 71 after 7. Ruben Hussain comes in from the AKS steel end. That's the far end of the ground. We, of course, are commentating from the Shah cement end. Lots of action in all parts of the ground. The players are square of the wicket, which is slightly unusual. Not too many grounds in the world have it. That's been cut over the head of the fielder. That's only going one place, and that's the boundary. Johorul has been in form in this tournament, and he's showing it here.
That extra pace of Ruben Hussain just allows Johorul to latch on to it. The uppercut, well over cover. Excellent shot. No protection in the deep. This is still the power plays. Short and wide. He's asking for trouble when there isn't anyone at cover or point.
43 for 2. Rangpur at this stage was 49 for 1. I expect the comparison will start widening in the next over and a half. Oh, that's a cheeky shot. That is a cheeky shot and effective, almost going all the way. Johorul Islam, what a shot.
I think the length is very important to play shots like this. And don't forget, this is premeditated. It's not an easy shot to play. They're just checking whether it went all the way. It's difficult to tell. Did it hit the rope on the bounce or did it hit it on the full? Let's see. I think it bounced. I think it bounced. Was it on the full, Gautam? What do you think?
I'm going for half volley. I think it just hit it on the half volley. If it's on the full, it's obviously a 6. Any contact with the ground before that, I reckon that's 4.
Yeah, that's 4. That is 4. But what a magnificent shot by Jarul. I think they're still checking, but my thinking is that it's a 4, not a 6, because as you said, there's some connection with the ground. But I'm just amazed with that shot. Yes, it bounced in front. It bounced in front, so it has to be a 4.
Third umpire having a second and a third and a 6th look, only because 2 runs could make a big difference at the end. Might sound like a cliche, but this is a game of inches and millimeters, and so often we see a couple of runs can decide the fate of a game. They decide that it is finally 4.
Well, I think you need to take a look at this shot. First is it's premeditated. Look how he gets into position. The length has to be very, very correct to play that shot. Now, if it was pitched up further, he wouldn't have played that shot. It was the bounce, it was the pace, and the bottom hand. It's a difficult shot. Tilakaratne Dilshan started it with that scoop. That was a far more dangerous shot, Gautam. That was almost, he played that shot from the line of fire. Because if he missed it, it would have been straight on the helmet.
Yep, dentists in Sri Lanka were lining up for his business.
I'm not sure whether it was a dentist or whoever, but it was certainly a very dangerous shot to attempt. But it's come off. It's come off with that shot.
I met his brother recently, Sampath, in the Hong Kong Sixers, and all the Sri Lankan players, Parvez Maharoof and all, were saying that Sampath was the one who used to play the shot better than his brother, just that Tilakaratne Dilshan was more in the limelight. That's big. That's big. Could that even be a no ball? It was very close to being over waist high, but Evan Lewis is asking the umpire, surely that should have been a no ball. 6 number 247, but it's given a legal delivery at the end of 6, 54 for 2.
মালাই চাছাড়া জীবনটাই বৃথা
আমার তাই লেবুগুলো কমে 4 ফুটা সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি
চিনি দিবেন কিন্তু ঘুটবেন না নিচে পড়ে থাকবে ধীরে ধীরে গলবে
আইসটি হবে 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি বাংলা লিংক
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম প্যাক নিন আছে আনইউজ ডাটাকারী ফরওয়ার্ড ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন রবি
The ball was dipping. I think the trajectory of the ball means it was a good decision from the umpire.
Always very debatable. Batsmen tend to think that it was over the waist, but then you need to look at the full picture. You need to see the point it strikes, possibly the height of the batsman, whether it's dipping or otherwise. It's a tough call. Ghazi it is. They get that important wicket of Shakib Al Hasan.
Keeping things in check, Sohag Ghazi. This was the Shakib Al Hasan, Kumar Sangakkara. That's one of the two dressing rooms. That's the home dressing room here. But very unusually, what we mentioned earlier is this is square of the wicket. Not often you see this in the world. Roshan next to me, I think the Premadasa.
পাসওয়ার্ড হলো আপনার SAYM 999
as well has dressing room square of the wicket.
Yeah, Premadasa has a dressing room that is square of the wicket, but you're right. Even the SSC is a little bit square. They got a few grounds, honestly. The Sara Oval is a bit square. But yes, there are also grounds that are right behind the players. Want a second run, good throw on the bounce. But that's something that you don't see much, as you say. Modern grounds tend to have the dressing room almost behind the wickets.
And some, Roshan, have changed over the years. Old Trafford traditionally used to be square of the wicket. They changed the entire pitch by 90 degrees. And now the big red stand is behind the bowler's arm, and many people in Manchester still haven't got used to it. David Lloyd, for one, I remember. An old hand there. He's like, this is not real. Talking about big stands, there's a big man, Tom Moody.
He's been enduring some real tough nights. Yesterday was a tight one, but this is Sohag Ghazi. He's gone for a few runs. The blue balls are where he's gone for runs. The yellow one is boundary ball, but he's also
প্রতি বছরে দেশে হাজারো কোটি কিলোমিটার রাস্তায় গাড়ি চলে শুধুমাত্র মোবিল ইঞ্জিন অয়েলে। সেই মোবিল এখন পাওয়া যাচ্ছে নতুন স্লিম প্যাকে, যার ইজি গ্রিপ, ব্যবহারের স্বাচ্ছন্দ্য আর ফিজিক্যাল ইন্ডাকশন সিল ও ব্যাচ নাম্বার দেয় আসল মোবিল অয়েলের নিশ্চয়তা। মোবিল, চালু থাক আপনার উন্নতির যাত্রা।
ও তো ক্যাডেট কলেজে ফার্স্ট বয় ছিল। কোন ক্যাডেট?
ময়মনসিং ক্যাডেট কলেজ।
কিন্তু ময়মনসিং ক্যাডেট তো মেয়েদের কলেজ।
ভিটামিন এ এর বাড়তি সুরক্ষাযুক্ত সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল, যা ওমেগা 3 ও 6 এর পারফেক্ট ব্যালেন্স এবং বেটা ক্যারোটিন সমৃদ্ধ। সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল, কিছু বাড়তি ভালোর জন্য।
Despite the loss of those two wickets, the Dhaka Dynamites very much in charge of this run chase. Plenty of batting to come. Shahid Afridi opened the batting when he played his first game for Dhaka this season. Now coming lower down the order. And with someone like Mossadegh Hussain coming in so late down the order, you know the depth in the batting is the strength of the Dhaka Dynamites.
Well, they're desperate to win this game, Gautam. They lost to Kumila yesterday. Tight game. Kumila winning in the end. Tisara Pereira has bowled a few good spells in this BPL, and I've been impressed with the way that he's trying to bowl with a round armish action. Generally bowls with a very straight arm, but he's now bowling with a square arm. See what I mean there? He's looking to try and bowl it because he looks to get some reverse, and he also says that with that kind of action that he could bring in a little bit more control to his bowling.
In the last delivery, we saw the first delivery already straying down the leg side a little bit. He'll want to keep that in control. Have a look at this. At this stage, Rangpur Riders 71 for 2. Dhaka 59 for 2. But remember, this was also when Rangpur's innings went pear-shaped completely. They started losing wickets at regular intervals. Shakib Al Hasan coming up with a fifer. Just didn't go anywhere. That's why Dhaka won't mind being behind the 8 ball at this stage.
Oh, my goodness. 6. Short arm jab. Wasn't a pull. You certainly can't call it a hook. Hit it in front of mid-wicket. What a shot. Wasn't all that short, and look where he's hitting it. He's hitting it to mid-wicket, wide or mid-on. Tremendous shot. Interestingly, Gautam, it's at the beginning of the 8th over in Rangpur Riders' innings that Chris Gayle got out. That's where everything started to go wrong for Rangpur Riders.
Yeah, what a brilliant move that was from Shakib Al Hasan, handing the ball to a non-regular bowler in Mossadegh. Chatted with him at the end of that first innings, and he said they had a conversation. He almost said, "Do you want the ball?" He said, "Yes, I do." And his strategy was to bowl it short, because he said, if I pitch it up to Chris Gayle, it's gone.
You mean to say it was a deliberate short delivery?
It was. That's what he said.
What a credit to him, and very brave with someone like Chris Gayle in that form. Another look at Thisara Pereira's delivery. Good delivery. Going for the Yorker. Always seem to be able to do that with that lower arm, with that square arm action. Let's see what he does here. He's gone to 8 of the first 4 balls.
Excellent length again from Thisara Pereira. Staying on that for a moment, I think what he was trying to get at was that Gayle, when he goes straight down the ground, when he's hitting the ball well, can be lethal. If you make him change up, if you bowl short to him, it's not his strongest suit. He can actually mistime those. He did it earlier, the ball he was dropped.
Well, we got to buy it. We've seen results. So well done to him, well done. Good thinking. But I maintain that it was a very brave decision.
Good finish to the over from Thisara Pereira, despite being hit for that one big 6. And with the comparison just narrowing ever so slightly. The end of 8 overs, 68 for 2. We have the...
Yonder is now data free.
Yonder Music, download the #1 music app now. Exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music.
মালাই চাচারা জীবনটাই বৃথা।
আমারটাই লেবুগুলো গুনে 4 ফোঁটা, সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি।
চিনি দিবেন কিন্তু ঘুটবেন না, নিচে পড়ে থাকবে, ধীরে ধীরে গলবে।
আইসটি হবে 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া, আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার *888# ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন। আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি। বাংলা লিংক।
তুমি কখনোই সবকিছুতে এক্সপার্ট হতে পারবে না, এটা তো সবাই জানে, রাইট? তাহলে তোমার সাধারণ শ্যাম্পু, তা দিয়ে কিভাবে ড্যান্ড্রাফ দূর হবে? নেভার। ফাইনালি পেয়েছি ভরসা করার মতো একটি শ্যাম্পু, বেস্ট এভার ক্লিয়ার, নিউট্রিয়েন্ট 10 যুক্ত। তাই যখনই চাই জিরো ড্যান্ড্রাফ, আমার ভরসা শুধুই ক্লিয়ার। ক্লিয়ার, নাথিং টু হাইড।
আমি কিন্তু রেডি।
এটা কি পড়ছো? মানায়? হলুদের প্রোগ্রাম, পাঞ্জাবি পড়তে হয়।
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম প্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি।
This is sunshine smile, makes you feel this way. When I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Auto F5. Capture the real you.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই।
দেখি সার্ভিসটা। তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে এক ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন। পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে 2টো লাভ। 1, ক্যাশ নিয়ে ঝামেলা নেই, আর 2, কেনাকাটা হবে স্মার্টলি। তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো।
I see you at the movies. I see you with your lipstick.
এসে গেছে 2 দিনের ব্যাটারি লাইফ সহ নোকিয়া 2 4G স্মার্টফোন। এখন বন্ধুদের ফান চলবে নন স্টপ, কারণ নোকিয়া 2 সাথে এয়ারটেল দিচ্ছে 9 জিবি ইন্টারনেট, 300 মিনিট টক টাইম, সাথে আরো অনেক কিছু। এয়ারটেল
7.15. Actually, they're going at 8.5 and they've reduced the required rate 6.25.